I am Nate, here with your Notorious News Update today. Thank you very much for joining me on the show today. Okay then, first, and a swarm of bees have been causing utter disaster in France recently as they stung 24 people, with 3 of those people in serious life-threatening conditions, and one 78-year-old suffered 25 stings from the bees. The cause of the outbreak of these bees is suggested to be Asian hornets threatening rooftop hives. Okay, moving on, and British tennis star Cameron Norrie was accused by his opponent of breaking the rules at Wimbledon. Norrie bounced his tennis ball 22 times before serving, and the player that he was against criticised this. However, no rule is to do with this, and no rule was broken. However, it has sparked conversation over sportsmanship. Then moving on now, and let's talk about Harry Potter, as the new TV series being made by HBO Max is in development at the moment. And this week, both Dominic McClellan as Harry and Nick Frost as Hagrid have had their photos shared online of them in costume, and it's building excitement for the series. However, it won't actually be released until around 2027, and it will be taking place, the filming will take place over 10 years, so it's quite a long length project. Other actors which will be appearing in the series include John Lithgow as Dumbledore and Jeanette McTeer as Professor McGonagall. Okay then, and don't go anywhere, we've still got plenty to bring you today, including we're going to be sticking with Harry Potter and telling you about the Harry Potter star that has been banned from driving. And we're also going to tell you about the German backpacker that survived almost 2 weeks in the outback alone. Okay, but first, I'm going to tell you about one Harry Potter star that's been banned from driving. Who played Madam Hooch in Harry Potter has been banned from driving for 6 months due to going 46 miles per hour in a 40 miles per hour area. And this makes 2 Harry Potter actors banned from the road this week. As also this week, Emma Watson, who played Hermione in the Harry Potter films, has also been banned from driving for 6 months. The actor had her car towed last year as she blocked a car park exit, and she recently drove 38 miles per hour in a 30 miles per hour zone, meaning she has suffered a driving ban, as she has amassed a lot of points on her license because of all of these things. So it's one thing after the other which has built up to it. Okay, let's have our main story to finish. And a German backpacker has been found alive after 12 days lost in the Australian outback. So Carolina is 26, and she had her van, it got bogged in mud and it began to roll. And due to this, she suffered a head injury, and this caused her to become confused. So she walked away from her vehicle. She had food and drink inside the vehicle, but because she became confused, she walked away from her van. So then she had no food and drink with her. She became lost in the most hostile and remote Australian outback, and she suffered through very harsh temperatures, both very cold and very hot, and she survived almost 2 weeks in very remote areas with no people living in there, and some very deadly creatures all around her with no shelter, including mosquitoes, and she suffered a lot of bites from these. And she also had to go with rough walking conditions, as around the area the terrain is very difficult to walk on. She drank from rain puddles, managed to live in a cave, and walked through bushland until she found an access road. A farmer found her on a trail and he alerted emergency services. She was found in a fragile state, but she is being treated in hospital there, and she is now recovering and says she is all fine, but she's very thankful for what happened, as in she got saved. Okay then, and that is all from me for now. Thank you very much for joining me on the show today. You can head over to the website and of course the WhatsApp channel for lots more. You can click the links below to take yourself to those sites. Make sure to also follow us because that will mean that you never miss out on the latest as well. And you can take a look at one of the other bulletins by clicking them up too. And we'll see you soon.